Hey guys, Chris, Ironhead Garage. Well, the old girl's marking her territory in my shop and we can't be having that. She's old, they do that once in a while. So we got the bullet, the new SPEEDO bullet I got. It's got the new seal in there and we got 5 gears to choose from to figure out which one's in that old Saginaw. So I'm gonna crawl up underneath the old girl. See, there's her wet spot. Yeah, we can't be having that in the shop. So, there's that SPEEDO cable. You can see that drip right there. It's just dripping ever so slightly, but she's definitely marking her territory in here. We can't be having that. So, I'm going to get a 7/16 inch wrench, a pair of channel locks, get that SPEEDO off of there. Cable off of there and get that bullet out, see what gear's in there. Alright, grab some tools. Alright, well, we got her pulled out. She's dripping a little bit. Got the pan there catching the oil, running on the ground anymore. So it looks like it's an 18 tooth, just like I got an 18 tooth there. That's the smallest one. So it looks like the seal is in there further. That's the old bullet. And as you can see, to the new bullet, the seal's out there further. So that might have been the whole problem in the beginning. But we'll put this new bullet in there with a new gear, driven gear, they're called. And the fewer teeth will speed it up. Hopefully it's running close. And then the more teeth will slow it down. So my SPEEDO needs to be slowed down a little bit. If the SPEEDO's running fast, I'll change it to the next tooth. We'll see how many miles per hour it is when I get it going. I believe every tooth is about 2 miles an hour. So we got some speed to play with on those, but who knows until we get her on the road. Alright, well, I'm going to get that bullet in there. Hopefully it quits leaking. Back underneath the car. Well, you guys, got you underneath the car. So I dipped the driven gear into the fluid a little bit. Got some gear oil on there. I got the bullet. So you just don't want to punch this through there. You kind of want to give her a spin. See it come through there. Yeah, nice and easy. And stick her up in here with the gear sticking out. A little bit of fluid around that O-ring too. We'll put some of that on there. Give my finger a little dip in the gear oil. Yeah, you don't want to put them in dry. So now it's got some gear oil around the seal. Oh, we'll poke her up in there. Give her a little wiggle, you know, jamming in there. It's got a little notch onto that SPEEDO bullet. Line it up. There it goes, popped in. Gotta love the smell of gear oil. Man, it's about the worst. Slide that little tab in there. Get the old 7/16 inch wrench. You don't want to tighten this up too tight. You don't want to strip the transmission out or break this little bolt off. That wouldn't be good. Give her a little wiggle, make sure she's seated. Seems to be good. This should fix the leak. Hopefully. We'll get this all tight. You don't want to tighten this too tight. Good and tight. Got the SPEEDO cable. Wiggle that guy back in there. Come on now, I'm being stubborn. Or actually, I'm going to loop it through this wire. That's how I had it before, holding that reverse light wire with that cable. Yeah, she's being stubborn. Come on now, get on there. I give her a little persuasion. Man, this might turn into a blooper video. Can't even get the SPEEDO cable threaded on the bullet. Got to be the right threads. Turning it the right way. Come on now, you piece. There she goes. Jeez. Thought making me look like a fool. That thing was stubborn. Crank her down a little bit with the channel locks. Don't want to tighten it too tight, you can strip it. But just good and tight. Yeah, a couple drips here and there, but we'll clean that up. So there it is up in there. You can see it. Yeah. Hopefully that fixes the leak. We'll get that fluid back in this transmission. Get her topped off and let her set. See if she starts to leak again. Alright. Alright guys, well, she's been a couple days since I put that bullet in there. Filled the transmission back up, and man, she's dry as a bone under there now. So I believe that fixed the leak. So that's nice. Starting to warm up here actually. Some of the snow is starting to melt. I got a trail to the house now. Yeah, still a bunch of snow out there, but I just about get the 55 out of the shop. So if some of you guys might remember, months and months back I got this green line tack here. Old 60s vintage green line sun tack. Yeah, when I fired up the car, it didn't work. I bought this off of eBay used and the guy swore it worked. Well, it didn't work. It's the one that don't take a transmitter. Some of them take a transmitter and they have a battery in them. Well, those batteries are long toast by now, being from the 60s, so you got to take them to an electrical place, and you can have them converted to a more modern style transmitter now. So, check this one out. I went and got a new retro vintage sun tack. Well, it's not sun, but it looks exactly like the sun tacks from the 60s. It's made by BOSCH. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's all metal. Take this cover off of there. So it's all metal. The Moon Eyes makes a cool retro looking one, but they're plastic and they're still cool, but they're not serviceable. This one you can take it apart. Comes with a bracket on the back to mount it to a steering column, or it comes with another bracket you can mount it flat to a dashboard or something. So she's not old school, but she looks old school, so that's too cool. It should work very good and be accurate. And maybe one day I can get that green line into the shop someday and get it worked on, because I'd like to have that one in the car actually. I was thinking about taking the guts out of that one, that faceplate, and putting it on this one, but this one's brand new and I don't want to mess with it. So we'll get that in the car. Oh, and I was making some little parts, little choppers. Kid was cutting parts, my grandkid, and we were building these little choppers. Yeah, I made him a race car and a chopper almost like this one. He left, and I thought, man, I need a little chopper for myself. So to hold these little parts, to try to weld them with a big heavy ground cable, every time you put the ground cable on this, it just flops it all around. So I made this guy here, something like what Mike from Desert Rat 2000 has. So you just hook my ground strap on there, and you just poke this, whatever kind of bracket you're working on, something for your car or something like this, and just touch that, and now you can zap this and it don't flop around. Yeah, pretty cool. That was fun to build with the grandkid. He had fun. cutting out all the parts. Always good time to spend with the family. So now I got me one for my shop too. So I'm gonna get that old tack out of here and get this nice new one wired up. We'll see if we fire it up, test her out. Alright guys, I'll be back. Staging duel. Chick magnet. Yeah, he's pretty bad, 55 there. So, I got this old green line tack out of there. Yeah, I like this one. It's pretty cool. I'll get her fixed one of these days. Find someone who can fix that up for me. But I got that retro tack in there. It's looking pretty nice. Looks just like the old 60s style. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Check this out. Didn't know about this. Look at that. It's green. Yeah, pretty cool. Green. That's a little easier on the eyes, I would imagine, going down the road instead of a bright white light. But yeah, pretty cool. I turned the key on and the needle jumps. So I believe it's going to work. I was going to fire this old girl up again right now, but it's getting dark outside and I want to put a bunch of non-ethanol fuel in that tank. I got 5 gallons and make sure it don't leak. And I got to hook the main fuel line back up. I still got it dangling down there when I had it in the gas jug. But next video we'll take her out and see if she makes it back home. She should fire right back up. Hey, check it out. I painted my hood emblem. Repainted the blue with some metal flake spray paint and painted that red up. Yeah, came out pretty nice. Been working on that hood a little bit. Still got to do a little bit more welding on it, a little bit more grinding, and I want to match the patina on that hood to the rest of the car. Put a little more turquoise on them fenders. But I want to jam her around a little bit without that hood on there. Show her stuff off. Kind of like it without the hood, but I'll get the hood back on her too. So I'm going to work on her a little bit more and we'll take her out in the next video. If she starts. Yeah, she'll start. Alright guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Take care. Be safe out there. Till next time.